I just had a realization. I was working with a client on their finances as a financial coach. I love helping people with their goals and building their net worth. And often, sometimes that's a new topic for some people. Net worth, it's just your assets minus your liabilities. If you were to put everything in a big pile on the garage sale and you sold everything and paid off all of your debts, what would you have left over? Often at the beginning of these journeys, clients have nothing. It's still a hold, right? I still owe. I sold everything I owned, and I paid it all towards debt, but I still owe them. I might be in a negative net worth. Well, that's the goal: is to work the baby steps to build your savings to get out of debt, and then all of a sudden you have a positive net worth because my assets minus my liabilities. Well, my liabilities went to zero. I'm debt free. Now I have a positive net worth. We talk about that all the time. But I had a realization to say, well, a lot of times that net worth is in your house. If you own a home and you've paid that off, or you have equity in the home, I might be a positive net worth even with the mortgage. Not until I'm done with baby step 6, and then I'm totally debt free, even including my house. Then all of a sudden I have this positive net worth, but most of it's in my house. And I thought, well, is that success? Yes, it's success from an overall perspective because I have a positive net worth. I'm a millionaire, but maybe 600,000 of that is my house. So it reminds me of a client who said, "You know what? I'm gonna have a lot of money by the end of the month, but right now I can't pay my light bill." Because we knew her finances, we knew her paychecks were coming, but the light bill was due today, but her paycheck wasn't going to be for another week. So she was going to have, according to our plan, she was going to have $2,000 left over extra to put towards her goals by the end of the month. But in this moment, I can't pay my light bill. So I'm wealthy, but I'm broke. How's that possible that both of those can coexist at the same time? I'm going to be wealthy, but right now I'm not. And I'm stressed out because I can't pay my light bill. It's about timing. That's another lesson. But maybe think about that with the house. That if I graduate from financial school and I have $1 million net worth, but 600 of it is in my house, am I going to feel that way to say, well, can I eat? Can I pay for groceries? Can I pay for my bills? Well, I need cash to pay for those bills because if I'm sitting inside of a paid for $1 million house, but I have no cash in the bank, I'm going to starve to death because I can't eat in my house. And that house is a great asset, but only if I sell it. Does it give me any cash? So if I need grocery money and I'm living in a paid for house and I have no other assets, I'm starving to death. And it would be a tragedy to starve to death inside my $1 million house. So we need more than just real estate as our net worth. You hear some of these great success stories of, like a Dave Ramsey, right? He has hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate, paid for real estate. His net worth is off the charts. But if he wants to go out to dinner tonight, does he have to sell one of his buildings to pay for it? I don't think so. I bet he has some cash in the bank as well. So that is liquid assets and fixed assets. The fixed assets, I own this building, I own the warehouse, I own my house, I own my cars. Those are great assets, but they're not liquid. Liquid is a term that we use to say, can I turn it into cash? Well, cash is cash. It already is. It already is a liquid asset, and so that's excellent. I can use that to go out to dinner tonight. I can use that to buy groceries. I can use that to pay my light bill. But if all of my assets are tied up into investments, real estate, cars, that's debatable if we want to call that an asset, since it's depreciating. But anyway, if it's in stuff, I can't take my stuff to Walmart and buy my groceries. So I need a balance, right? We got to be balanced. I can't have all of my net worth in real estate or those in my Picassos, but it's the also I need some liquid assets. So make sure you have a little bit of both. Some in real estate, some in liquid assets and cash. And that those liquid assets, we want to be careful that not all of it is in high risk, right? There's diversification. That's a whole nother lesson as well. I'm trying to give you kind of a drink from the fire hose, just from an epiphany that I had to say, make sure that you have that balance, because I As I'm working with clients to help them to build their net worth and help them to grow their financial position and their wealth, we look at net worth, right? Net worth is always the calculation. I'm at 1,000,000, 1.4, I'm at 2, I'm at 800,000 of net worth. Well, how much of that can you actually live on in retirement? Because once I retire and I don't have that income anymore, or maybe I'm not from a job, not W-2 income, or I sell my business income. Anyway, I'm living on my savings. That's the income. Is I'm depleting my assets. I'm cashing out some of my 401k, or I'm using Social Security or my investments or my interest. I'm getting money from past money. Right? My kids are having kids now. I'm in that stage. My money is now producing more money, and through interest and through dividends and through growth, then those are spitting out additional income, and that's what I use to live on. It's nice to have that net worth in my house and have $1 million piece of the line item on my net worth might be my $1 million house, but it's the how do I get money out of that to pay for groceries? Well, if all of my net worth is in my house, then I can't eat. So we need both. We want baby step 6. We want to get out of debt. We want to pay off our mortgage so that it reduces the expenses on us every month. The pressure of debt and payments, right? We eliminate all those payments. So now the only payments I have this month are just my lifestyle. How much am I going to eat out? How much am I going to grocery? How much gas? How much travel? How much entertainment? How much clothing? How much whatever? And so we got to make sure that you have enough in your liquid accounts that are going to pay you every month. It can't only be in real estate, because you can't eat the real estate. And if you wanted the real estate, you have to sell it. So that's one of the realizations I wanted to share with you this morning, is just to help us all understand that we've got to be careful with where are all of the nest eggs in our basket. Are they all in real estate? Are they all in assets that the only way to benefit from that asset is to sell it? Well, if I got a lot of money in my house and I need to eat, I have to sell my house. Then where do I live? All right, I have to move. So we want to balance and don't just count. Often we say, well, I'm a net worth millionaire. Well, where is the net worth? It's all in my house. Okay. Well, the value of the house minus, imagine this. Let's oversimplify for a second. Let's say I have a home. I buy it for $500,000 and I have a mortgage on it for $400,000. So I have some equity in there. I have $100,000 worth of equity in my home. It's worth $500,000. I owe $400,000. So my net worth is $100,000 in this oversimplified case. So I have $100,000 net worth. Woohoo! Can I use that to buy groceries? No. It's in the house. So it's in my real estate. I can't eat this month. Okay, I better have a cash flow. I better have other assets. I better have a source of income. It's nice that I'm a cash flow, a positive net worth individual. $500,000 worth of asset minus $400,000 mortgage, $100,000 if that was the only thing. I'm oversimplifying. But if that was the only piece of my financial puzzle, then that I would be positive net worth. But I can't buy groceries today. So I'm just trying to demonstrate the principle that we've got to have both. We need income, we need liquid assets, we need those long-term assets. And so it's a balance. And so make sure that you're calculating all of that in when you're figuring. And as you celebrate your net worth, make sure you can keep the lights on and put food on the table. So anyway, if you need more help with this and want to figure out your own individual situation, reach out for help. Go to bemoneystrong.com. I'd love to calculate it with you. I'm a nerd. I love doing the math and figuring this out and saying, okay, can we eat this month? Can we keep the lights on? Am I going to be a millionaire? Am I a millionaire now? But can I eat along the way? And how do we find balance? That's the whole point. Making sure that you're finding balance and peace along the journey. So reach out, let me help you, or one of my other coaches. I've got a bunch of other coaches that work with me. We'd love to help you as you figure out your journey. You can do this, keep it up, and look forward to seeing you soon.